Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, January 5th. Winter arrives in full force this week. Temperatures spiked yesterday in the I-95 corridor to near 60 degrees or even higher than 60 degrees in many locations ahead of a strong Arctic cold front. That front passed through last night with some gusty showers and some strong wind gusts. Very windy this morning. Temperatures much colder this morning than compared to yesterday morning. It'll stay cold today. A clipper system will bring some accumulating snow to the I-95 corridor all the way from D.C. to Philly to New York City on Tuesday. Then another clipper system will throw some snow showers our way on Wednesday. Following that, brutally cold air arrives for Wednesday night and Thursday. Single digits are likely for lows up and down the I-95 corridor by Thursday morning. In fact, this cold shot will rival any of the cold shots we experienced last winter in places like New York City and Boston. Again, it looks like the peak of this brutal cold air mass will occur early Thursday morning. Temperatures in the single digits up and down the I-95 corridor. Another clipper system will have to be watched for Friday. It looks right now like the main snow shield for that particular system will be a little bit farther to the north, limiting the chances for snow showers in D.C., Philly, and perhaps even in New York City, but we'll continue to monitor that. So a very active week. Winter certainly arrives in full force. Let's start off by looking at the latest temperature map across the U.S. Brutally cold air has arrived for the northern plains, the upper part of the Midwest. Last hour saw -8 degrees right here in Madison, Wisconsin, at or below zero all the way down to about Chicago and up across Wisconsin, Minnesota, and into the Dakotas. This brutally cold air mass will wait for the passage of a couple of clipper systems before it pushes into the I-95 corridor in this region right here. Again, our coldest time period here in D.C., Philly, New York City will be Wednesday night and Thursday. Single digits for lows, very likely by early Thursday morning. And that follows some accumulating snow on Tuesday. And yes, there should be some more snow shower activity on Wednesday as well from a second clipper type system. Well, here's the latest radar loop, and the Great Lakes lake effect snow machine is up and running in full force right now. You can see a lot of these streamers here moving from west to east here, or northwest to southeast. Some heavier snow bands up across New York State here, and it's entirely possible that some snow flurries or even some snow showers reaches all the way into the I-95 corridor during the midday and afternoon hours with the arrival of this first batch of Arctic air. Again, temperatures today much colder than yesterday, holding steady or even slowly dropping through the day. Would not be surprising if temperatures just drop through the 30s, reaching the upper 20s by the early evening up and down the I-95 corridor. And again, don't be surprised to see some flurries or even a snow shower or two during the midday and afternoon hours. That is not from the clipper system coming. That is just from today's lake effect type snows with the strong winds blowing across the Great Lakes into the I-95 corridor. Well, let's take a look at some forecast maps for the next few days. Again, we have accumulating snow for the I-95 corridor on Tuesday. It could arrive early enough to have an impact on the morning commute, especially in D.C. and probably in Philadelphia as well. It is a fast mover. We call these systems clipper systems just because they are fast movers. Kind of analogous to Joe DiMaggio, was nicknamed the Yankee Clipper. He was such a fast outfielder. And here's the upper level pattern, 500 millibar pattern right now. And notice, very strong northwest flow across the northern U.S. General northwest to southeast flow in the upper part of the atmosphere. Here's an area of instability, energy in the upper part of the atmosphere as of this morning, and it will move very quickly to the south and east. Because it moves so quickly, it has limited moisture content available to it. It very likely will not capture some much in the way of Atlantic Ocean moisture. However, that will have to be watched as we go through the day on Tuesday. But a fast-moving system in this kind of a cold Arctic air mass can certainly put down an inch or two, and it very likely will stick pretty quickly tomorrow, as temperatures will certainly be below freezing, and it'll be kind of so cold that it'll be kind of the fluffy dry kind of snow, which can accumulate without a lot of precipitation, precipitable water in the atmosphere. So certainly accumulating snow is likely on Tuesday, especially early in the day and during the midday hours up and down the I-95 corridor, generally on the order of an inch or two. And here's the forecast map at the surface from last night's Zero-Z GFS model run for tomorrow morning. By this time, moisture already streaming in to the D.C. and even into south central Pennsylvania by the early morning hours here. A little heavier precipitation dumped out here by the GFS model west of the mountains in the Ohio Valley. But for the most part, a clipper system pushing moisture in. It looks like it'll snow all the way down throughout the D.C. metro region and Philadelphia and New York City a tad later in the morning. And again, on the order of an inch or two, could be some slick spots from this clipper system. Let's now jump ahead 12 hours. And here's the forecast map for tomorrow evening, Tuesday evening. By this time, precipitation already winding down here. Fast-moving system. Basically, expect about a 6-hour period or so of snow on Tuesday. And again, on average, an inch or two up and down the I-95 corridor. Let's now jump ahead to Wednesday morning. Well, on Wednesday morning, there is actually a detectable secondary of energy in the upper part of the atmosphere at 500 millibar level. In other words, a second Alberta Clipper type of system will throw some snow showers into the northeast U.S. on Wednesday. And right at this time, the early morning hours on Wednesday, the GFS does not show any precipitation, but I definitely see the possibility of some snow showers up and down the I-95 corridor during the midday and afternoon hours on Wednesday. With the second Clipper system. Let's now jump ahead to the Wednesday evening forecast map. Well, here we go. This is when the bottom falls out in terms of temperatures after that second Clipper system passes through later in the day on Wednesday. It'll just turn brutally cold Wednesday night and Thursday. This cold shot definitely rivals some of the coldest shots of last winter, especially in the northeast part of the country. Places like New York City and Boston could see temperatures early Thursday morning that they did not even experience throughout last winter, which was, of course, a very cold winter. So again, the peak of this Arctic air outbreak coming this week will be Wednesday night and Thursday here in the I-95 corridor. Expect single digits in many locations up and down the I-95 corridor by early Thursday from D.C. to Philadelphia to New York City. And here's the forecast map for Thursday morning. A brutally cold day, ineffective sunshine. Temperatures will struggle to reach 20 degrees up and down the I-95 corridor after a brutally cold morning with single digits, again, very likely in many locations, even into the big cities along the I-95 route from D.C. to Philly to New York City. Thursday, a brutally cold day. It becomes a little less severe on Friday. Let's jump ahead to the Friday morning forecast map. And here's the forecast map for Friday morning. Still a very cold day, but not quite as severe on Friday as it will be on Thursday. And yet another Clipper system here, the third one of the next 5 days or so, showing up on the maps for Friday. It looks like the precipitation field for this particular system will stay a little bit farther to the north, affecting mostly New England. However, we'll continue to monitor this. Can be some snow showers even on Friday from a third Clipper system, especially in the New York City region. Less likely in Philly and D.C. compared to the Tuesday and Wednesday events. But again, we'll monitor that. That reinforces the cold air into the I-95 corridor. It stays cold on Saturday as we begin the weekend. So accumulating snow on Tuesday up and down the I-95 corridor, and then just a brutally cold evening for Wednesday night into Thursday. Single digits for lows by Thursday morning. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist